those people there. Hello? Veterans, fungeni mkono. These are the people who have been with us. There's very many. They are battle hardened. Asanteni sana. Ni hao watu ambao wamekuwa pamoja na George throughout all this period of time. So we have lost a son in our family, and we are very sad indeed. Mama Carol here has kept George. She has looked after George very well. George was all the time very smartly dressed when he comes to work. Thanks to Carol. Yeah. So I thank all of you for coming here today. Now today is not my day to make a long speech. I don't want to make a speech. But wacha niseme hivi. Kenya hii iko hapa na itabaki. Dunia ni daima, lakini binadamu haishi dunia daima. Kwa hivyo Kenya ni moja peke yake. Mpaka tulinde Kenya, na vile vile tubadilishe Kenya. Na Kenya italindwa na itabadilishwa na Wakenya, si mtu wengine. Kwa hivyo Wakenya mpaka wasimame pamoja. Yale ambayo tutaki ni ubaguzi. Ubaguzi ya kijinsia, ubaguzi ya rangi, ubaguzi ya kikabila, ubaguzi ya huyu ni mzee, huyu ni kijana, huyu ni mama, huyu ni mlemavu. Hatutaki. Tunataka kuunganisha Kenya wawe kama kitu kimoja. Hiyo ni muhimu sana. Pili, neno yangu ya pili, Junet yari amesema, tulipigania kwa nguvu na dhati tupate katiba mpya. Kuna watu wengi ambao walikuwa hawataki katiba mpya. Sana sana walikuwa napinga sana mambo ya ugatuzi. Ugatuzi. Mmoja akatuambia ati watu wengine wanaitwa governors. To govern what? Kwa hivyo ugatuzi ilikuwa na maadui wengi zaidi. Ndio sababu kuna zingine ambayo hatukuweka. Kuna zingine ambayo ziko katika ile bomas ya kwanza draft. Lakini haziko katika hii katiba ambayo tuko nayo sasa siku ya leo. Hii katiba is still work in progress. Lakini ugatuzi ilikuwa muhimu zaidi. But devolution is not working, but devolution is still not working properly. If devolution were allowed to work properly, you will see the fruits of devolution. Go to Germany and see how a devolved system works. Very, very efficient indeed. You know, we did not, for example, devolve education. But in most of devolved systems, education is devolved up to secondary school. The reason why we did not devolve devolution was because of NAT. NAT walipinga wakasema ati NAT itakufa kama education is devolved. Tutamobilize walimu kupinga hii katiba. That's why we did not devolve education. But even if it's not devolved, Mr. President, it can be delegated. Some functions can be delegated. See, that is not there. If they opposed the devolution of education system. But even the other one, infrastructure. Your Excellency, I am the one who was Minister for Roads and Public Works, came up and created these agencies, Kenha, Kura, and Kera. Because of the bureaucracy at that time, things were so centralized under the Minister of Education, and the permanent secretary is the accounting officer. Things were very inefficient, were not working. So with the World Bank, we worked together and created these agencies. But that was under a unitary system of government. With a devolved government, there's no need for Kura and Kera. Kura on Kera should be under the counties. It does not make any sense that somebody is sitting in Nairobi and has got roads in Mombasa town. Somebody is sitting in Nairobi and has got roads in Kisumu which cannot be touched by the government. Within Nairobi town itself, city itself, so many roads there are not under Nairobi county government. They're under national government. That's why it's so inefficient. It's so inefficient. Let us devolve funds to the counties. And as I was told the MPs, and I disagree, CDF, national government, give that CDF national government, but to the counties, not the MPs. Fuel levy. Members of Parliament, Your Excellency, have no business constructing roads. The role of a member of Parliament is clearly stated. Representation, legislation, and oversight. How do you oversight when you yourself are actually implementing? Those funds should go to the counties. And if the governors mess up with those things, then we deal with the governors themselves. But they don't tie the hands of governors. And then MPs go and say, mimi ndio nimejenga barabara hii, pindi nimejenga barabara hii, nimejenga shule hii, niko hospitali hii, governor hajafanya chochote. Because the governor has not been given the money. Give the money to the governors. Let the devolution work properly. And that's why I say that if they don't do it, we will make it an election subject. Campaign properly against the members of Parliament. So that members of Parliament should allow governors to do their work and then do oversight, which is your constitutional duty. That is what I wanted to say today. I don't want to make a long speech. My brother, Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, karibu, ongea na watu wako.
Aya, asanteni sana. Tafadhali tuketi. Mama Karen, mjane wa rafiki yetu George Oduor, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, kiongozi wetu wa chama ya ODM na Prime Minister wa Republic of Kenya, viongozi wote wengine, wananchi wa hapa Siaya, hamjambo. Amoso ujo durua. Nyasaye ber. Sejete. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asanteni sana. Kwanza mimi nataka nichukue nafasi hii on behalf of the government of Kenya and on my own behalf and my family to bring condolences to Mama Karen and the family of George Oduor, a man we have come here to celebrate today. And I have come here not because George is elected in any capacity or wields any public position, but I have come here because George has demonstrated beyond any doubt that he is a Kenyan who has demonstrated competence as a security officer. He has demonstrated competence and integrity as a confidant, and he has shown immeasurable loyalty as a Kenyan patriot entrusted with the security, especially that of the Honorable Raila Odinga. And therefore, on behalf of many Kenyans, we have come here to celebrate a man, a competent police officer, a confidant with great integrity, and a loyal patriot as a security officer of the Republic of Kenya. And George, though being a very humble security officer, and because I believe very strongly in the bottom-up principle, that's why I have come here to celebrate this humble person who has demonstrated great loyalty, integrity, and competence. So, to the family, Mama Karen, tumekuja hapa kumwenzi huyu shujaa, mtu ambaye alijitolea. It is very difficult when I saw the comments of our Prime Minister about George, that he was a person you can entrust with many things, including money. You know how difficult it is to trust people with money. This is one person that Prime Minister could trust with many things, including money. And therefore, we have come here to celebrate a man of integrity, a competent police and security officer, and a man we all celebrate. Allow me to use this occasion of George, because I also came to know George as a member of ODM then. And we were in many places together. And somebody said here, I benefited also from his security services, and that is true. Whenever we went to situations as members of ODM that time, George was on hand, and many of the people I have seen here, including Lumumba, who I thought was a security officer, I now know that he is an elected MCA. And allow me to use this occasion to thank my elder brother, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. I have come a very long way with the Honorable Raila Odinga. And I want to stand here today and to say, I did not know that the man I stood by and gave my all at a moment in my life, we would eventually become competitors, and that he would eventually come and anchor my leadership. And so, the Honorable Prime Minister, I want to tell you, I am truly grateful that just the same way I stood with you when you needed a man to stand with you, you have equally come to stand with me when I needed a man to stand with me. I am truly grateful. And I want to say this for the avoidance of any doubt, that when Baba here came to stand with me, it was not about him. It was not about his interests. It was not about parochial or sectarian or narrow interest. It was about the greater interest of Kenya. And history is going to judge the Honorable Raila Odinga fairly, that whenever there is an opportunity to stand for the nation, he has always stood for the nation. The Honorable Raila Odinga, I am very, very proud that our paths crossed and we have come this journey together. Let me say this to all of us. In this journey of nation building, everybody has a contribution to make in different ways. I am happy that today I am the leader of this broad-based government that I agreed with my brother Raila Odinga. And broad-based is not about the interests of any one of us. It's not about the interest of Baba here or my personal interest. It's about the interest of 45, 50 million Kenyans. And I will say this without any fear of contradiction, that because of our coming together, because of forging this relationship that has stabilized the country, that has created inclusivity, eliminated the things that divide us and the negative ethnicity that threatens our country, today we can proudly say our economy is stable. The dollar, which was at 160, is now at 129 shillings. Inflation, which was at 9.6%, is now at 3.5% because we have come together and we are working together. I can proudly say, without fear of any contradiction, that whether it is our electricity, and I am very proud of what Opiyo Wandayi has said. Today, we have resources spread around Kenya. This Siaya alone has 1.2 billion shillings to connect close to 15,000 new households. Something that has not happened before. It has happened under broad-based. Because we are conscious about leaving no part of Kenya behind. I am very proud that in the last 2 weeks, we have released for the first time 60 billion shillings to our roads. 4.6 billion has come to this region. And the 9 roads in this Siaya, all the contractors will now go back because we have done what we have done together. And because we have put the country ahead of Raila's interests, of William Ruto's interests. And that is the moment that this country needs. That is the moment that this country needs. We can have the best constitution. We can have the best election. But if we don't have the right psyche and the unity of purpose, ethnicity, division can undermine even the good that exists in our society. And therefore, I want to say to you, my brother Raila Odinga, that what you have done is what has enabled me, even to do what we are doing in our housing, our markets, our infrastructure. And I want to say that our nation, Kenya, has consistently been undermined by division that undermines the national interest. And there is absolutely every reason for us to find it in ourselves how to forge unity for purposes of the nation. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka niseme leo nimekuja hapa kuungana na familia ya ndugu yangu Raila Amolo Odinga. Huyu George ni mtu ambaye alitusaidia, hata na mimi nilifaidika wakati tulikuwa pamoja katika ODM. Na nimesikia Sifuna anaongea na nguvu. Wakati unaongea mambo yangu Sifuna, ujue mimi ndio mwanzilishi wa ODM, so naenda polepole kidogo. Yes. Sisi ndio tulianza hii kitu. Ama namna gani? Na unajua ukinisukuma sana nitaitisha mkutano ya founder members ya ODM. Sindio? Unajua tukiitisha hiyo mkutano tunaweza kufanyia discipline sisi ambao tulianza chama. Sindio? So tuendeni mosmos. Ile kitu mimi nataka niwaambie ni kwamba vile ndugu zangu wameongea hapo mbeleni, sio lazima sisi wote tuwe katika ndani ya serikali. Ni kweli. Lakini nani alisema kuna watu wamechaguliwa wawe wanakaa tu nje ya serikali all the time? Kuna mtu alisema kuna watu wamepangiwa kukaa nje ya serikali miaka yote? Hapana. And that is why tuambiane ukweli. That is why baba na mimi tuliketi chini tukasema it is time for us to work on a formula that brings inclusivity and brings all of us to appreciate that it is not necessary for one to get out for one to be in. Sio lazima mtu atoke ndani ya serikali ndio mwingine aingie. Na ndio tulikataa ile maneno ya wale walikuwa wanatupangia mambo ya shares, kusema kuna watu permanently wanafaa kukaa nje, wanakaa ni kupaguliwa miaka yote. And that is why I am confident and I speak straightforward that we must get rid of the politics of ethnicity, division, ile siasa ambayo ni ya ukabila, siasa ya chuki, siasa ya kubagua watu wengine. Hiyo siasa tunataka kuondoa katika taifa letu la Kenya. Na inawezekana my friends, inawezekana sisi wote tuchangie katika kuendesha serikali ya Kenya. Inawezekana. That is why that's what broad-based has taught us. It has taught us that we can be together, that others must not be out for others to be in. We can all be there. Sasa niwaulize, simzee baba yetu hapo Oburu ameongea, amesema anataka watu wa hapa wapate share yao, na hiyo share yao sio share ya watu wengine. Kila mtu atapata share yake. Therefore it is possible for us, watu ya bara wapate share yao, watu ya mlima wapate share yao, watu ya bonde wapate share yao, watu wa hapa wapate share yao. It is possible for us to have a nation where all of us partake of the national resources and national development. And we must get rid, and I agree with Junet, We must get rid of the past formulas that skews development to one path and against other parts. We must do it right. And that is why hata huyu chairman wetu sasa wa budget, huyu muungwana Atandi, mimi namwambia Atandi, hata kama wewe sasa ndio utapanga mambo ya budget, uhakikishe na sitakuruhusu ubague mtu yeyote. Upange vizuri, kila mtu apate haki yake. That's what we want. Tunaelewana jameni? So mnasema tupange pamoja. So tuendelee namna hiyo, tushirikiane namna hiyo, tupangane pamoja, na katika hii harakati baba amesema ya kwamba lazima tupange mambo ya devolution ikae vile tulikuwa tumeikusudia. Kumekuwa na msukumano na mvutano. Even as we talk today, National Assembly na county government wamepelekana kotini kwa sababu ya kuvutana. We must have a conversation as to where are the limits, so that we can allow parliament to do what it's supposed to do, allow governors and county governments to do what they are supposed to do, so that we can move the country forward together. So tunataka tushirikiane hivyo, tufanye kazi pamoja, na mimi niko tayari kushirikiana na sisi wote, na mimi naamini ya kwamba kati yangu, kati ya team ambaye mimi naongoza na ile team baba anaongoza, we are going to make this country great and united together. Sisi tumesema kama ni kazi ya barabara, I have just said here, and John Mbadi is my minister, that out of the 60 billion we have raised, for the first time this region is getting almost 5 billion shillings. And it is because they have few roads. We are going to build that into the future. And we cannot deny, we will be living in denial if we don't correct the mistakes of the past by making sure that we balance the country and balance the development of the country. So I want to invite all of us, yes, wote tushirikiane, tukubaliane, and criticism is mimi sasa nyinyi mnaniambia Ruto must go. Mimi nimesikia hiyo mara nyingi. Kulikuwa na Moi must go, kulikuwa na mwingine must go, kulikuwa na mwingine must go. Hii must go ni wimbo tu ya kawaida, there is no problem. Ndio shida iko wapi? So there is no problem. Mara wananiita sijui nini Zakayo, mara Kasongo, mara nini. I am not bothered. Hii ni majina tu ya kawaida, lakini I am focused. I am focused. We must get our education right, and I am very proud of what we are doing with our education. We must get our electrification right. We must get infrastructure right, and we must handle devolution properly, so that we can all move the country forward. And I welcome any assistance from anybody so that we can make Kenya great. That is my mission, that is my commitment, and we are going to do this together. Tumekubaliana jameni? Munasema tushirikiane ama munasema tutengane? Tushirikiane pamoja, tujenge Kenya pamoja, tuache ubaguzi, tuache ukabila, tuache chuki. Huyu George ambaye amelala hapa, he would have agreed with us that tuachane na chuki, tuachane na ukabila, tuachane na ubaguzi, tuunganishe taifa. That is how Kenya is going to be great, kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu. Mwisho, huyu muungwana mbunge wa Rarieda, huyo Tende Amolo, amesema hii shule in honor of George, this great man, in honor of George. Huyu mbunge wenu amesema tusaidie kujenga hii shule, and I am committing 20 million shillings to elevate this school in honor of this great men. Wewe Otiende wa Amolo utafuatana na mimi next week, nitakuandikia kacheki ya kuendesha hiyo shule. So tushirikiane hivyo, na kuna mambo mengine mengi ambayo yametaja. Kuna maneno ya hostels, kuna maneno yale mengine ya soko, kuna maneno ya affordable housing. If I had time, I would elaborate, but that is all in our plan. Kwa hivyo, asanteni sana. Nyasaye okwedhu. Mungu wabariki. Thank you.